Hey, Coach. So glad you found the video. Couple things. First of all, make sure you subscribe and like. Second thing, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Let me show you how to put a roadmap and become a nationally ranked coach. I've done it for 30 plus years. Let me help you do that over at teachhoops.com. Let's head off to the video.
All right. Welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. End of the summer. This will be going up in August, Coach.
Yeah, man.
Well, both the stress for both of us because we're in education will be starting to slowly up. Oh my
Well,
God.
it's kind of stress and excitement at the same time.
It is. I tell people this will be year 36 for me. And I tell people it is the most unique job in the sense that you have a start and an end.
That's what makes it beautiful.
It is. I think so. I think the energy from the kids, which that I will miss, and the stop and the start. Like there's an end. There's very few things in life do you start and actually finish.
And very few professions have that. And it's one of the great things about teaching, as hard as it is and as exhausting as it is, there's an end, and you're in your, I'm going into my 30th year. You're going into
36,
then it's a new start and there's excitement.
And it's like every year is different. Every year has its challenges. Every class is different. Every, year is different. It is. It's
like every team is different.
It is like every team. And it's like, I'm telling you, I tell my kids, find something you love to do, something you're good at, something that will pay you well. And you'll never work a day in your life. So
you have to view it that way.
You do. And it's like, I've never gone to work.
No.
I've had days it's been hard, but I haven't never gone to work. It's been fun. I know.
Go to school, not to work.
Yeah. I'm going to school. I'm still going to school. All right. So today we're going to talk about the 4 indicators of commitment. But this kind of leads into, let's talk about your Better Coaches OS, because I know you've been working hard on it this summer.
Yeah, it's my second course. Team Leader OS is the first one, and spent a lot of time. I really put most of it together through the basketball season last year, and then into the spring, I finalized it. And, as coaches, we go to clinics, we talk about the X's and O's all the time, but it's all those other things that matter so much, a lot of what we talk about. And so I created a course. It's about 5 hours of video. It's 10 modules, 36 lessons. The modules start with why do you coach? It gets into organization 101, communication 101, culture wins, leadership matters, building commitment, which is what we're talking about today, motivation, mindset, practice planning, game strategy, and then the art of coaching, and a couple bonus modules in there, like the head coach interview. If you're looking to be a head coach, I've got a module that, I've interviewed hundreds of people in my role as a principal. I've interviewed to be a head coach as well. So I really tried to take all of what I've learned in my career, the best things and what I continue to learn, and put it in a course. And so, it's I kicked it off.
So what's the difference between the two courses? So Better OS is for the Better Coaches OS is for coaches. What's the other one?
The Team Leader OS is for coaches to develop team leader within their program. It's strictly leadership. And it's it basically, first part of the video course is to develop coaches and their leadership skills and guide them kind of in a train the trainer model so that they know how to implement this with their team. Okay. And then the second portion is me giving lessons to the team. There's 20 lessons, and I made it flexible so a coach can do it themselves, or if they want the kids to hear another voice, they could press play and watch a 3-minute video of me talking to the kids about a concept. And so
I love that.
It's a systemic way, flexible, systemic way. And then I got like 300 pages of resources on leadership.
Right. We've all done that. That's a great that it's kind of it's in one big bucket. So,
and it's flexible because we know how it is. Like there's most coaches, they want to do it their way, but they want a guide to help them along the way.
Well, and the thing is, it's like you got a Tuesday and you got some time. Like maybe I'm playing 3 games because there's been a snow day. I don't know. It's like sometimes you have to throw things out. I will put all the links and stuff down below in the show notes for people too.
Perfect.
So 4 indicators of commitment.
Yeah. So, I talk about commitment. I think a couple podcasts ago, we talked about the 4 seasons of commitment, the preseason, the in season, the postseason, the off season. And now really the 4 indicators. And number one, if you just think about how do we know if our kids are committed? What do we ask of our kids? And I think at the very basic level, step 1 is to show up, right? I mean, we need kids to show up at the things we need to obviously practice, but even in the summer, they need to show up at things. That's kind of phase 1. It's the obvious one of commitment, is be there, be present. It's like in school, we need you to be there. Your attendance matters, right?
Right. It's the first thing. You got to actually be there before I can teach
be there.
you
Yeah.
something.
And then the second one is to give your best effort, right? So you show up, that's step 1. Your second one is to give the very best effort that you can. And I think, I think Gino Ariama had that great little video talking about, I don't coach attitude and effort. You know what I mean? Like that should be a given when you show up, and it really should. The third one, though, is where it starts differentiating, and that's commitment to self-improvement. So there's a lot of people that show up every day and they work hard, but they're not able to take feedback from coaching and improve, or they go through the motions. They don't have a purpose to what they're doing, and they don't really take the next step.
And they're not willing to stumble, I think, a little bit. At least for me, that was a hard thing for me because I was a perfectionist. It's like you got to fail sometimes to figure out, ooh, that doesn't work.
And it's kind of that fixed growth mindset, right? Like, I mean, there's a lot of people that show up and work hard, but as soon as something struggles, as soon as they hit a roadblock, they don't overcome it. So that's a level of commitment to me, because you need to be able to have that mindset of self-improvement, and the great ones do. The Kobe Bryants, the Michael Jordans, they're never satisfied. They always wanted to get better.
And you've been in admin too. It's like I mean I went through all the education classes, I read all the education books, but to be honest with you, until they picked me up and threw me into the deep end, it's like I mean, there's an art to it, there's a science to it, there's a it's a little bit of like, whoa, that didn't work, let's try something. And you got to be willing to like oh, that was not a that was not a great parent phone call. Like, what did I do wrong? And that self-evaluation, that was like, oh, I didn't do this, next time I need to do this better. It's like I had to learn some of those things. I'm sure my
and as coaches, we have to model. That's really one reason I created this coach, Better Coach OS. Like, you and I are doing this podcast. We've been in this 36 years.
Right.
I mean, I get better just by having these conversations with you. We all do.
Right.
You can't ever be satisfied. And I think the best coaches are always striving to learn more. And maybe it's just a few things, but they're valuable and they make them better, and they keep them at it. And so that self-improvement, I think, is really, really big. And then the fourth one, you show up, you give your best effort, you have this commitment to get better and improve. And the fourth one is team first, and understanding how you fit within a team, because there are a lot of people, and I've had experiences of this with, I mean, players I've coached, and even people that I just knew that I never coached, but they'll go out and they'll go to the YMCA and they'll play basketball, and they're a great one-on-one player, and they want to challenge everyone, but they have no concept of a team, and they have no concept how they fit in a team. And so when you're playing a team sport like basketball, one of your commitments is, okay, I'm showing up, I'm working hard, I'm getting better myself. How do I fit myself into the concept of team with roles and defining roles? And not a lot of people, not everyone can do that.
No.
The best ones can. And so to me, that's that fourth indicator of commitment.
Did you scale these as far as difficulty? Because I think they're almost, how you listed them was the easiest ones to show up. The hardest one is team first. At least
I think
me.
For some, I think team first can be pretty easy. There are people that can show up and, work hard, and they're all in on the team, and they don't really apply themselves to get better. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they can be team guys and find their role.
So maybe 3 and 4 are the ones that I think 1 and 2 are. I agree.
But I really think that self-improvement one is such a critical one. And it's like, how do you challenge players at practice to to take the next step and to get better, and to like give them a goal at each practice or each workout. Like those people are purposeful.
Yes.
You know,
yes. It's those
I had a
small
kid,
little hurdles.
You know, I'll just give you an example of this. I had our senior point guard who was a 4-year starter, Hunter Lawrenson. He's going to play Division II basketball. He got a scholarship. He's undersized. He's about 5'9", 5'10", but just heart of a champion. And
that's why he's playing D2.
Yeah, that's why he's playing D2.
I mean, I've never seen him play. I'm guessing that's why he's playing D2.
Sophomore.
Yeah.
His brother's a 6'3" sophomore, a very high ceiling. But yeah, that's why he's D2. And but I remember him coming to 3rd, 4th grade camp, and we would do these. I always do these shooting challenges, and I do these. You know, basically, how many layups can you make? I call them elbow layups, where you got to run, touch the elbow layup, and as many as you can make in a minute. And I always let the younger kids use their strong hand. The older kids, I have them use their weak hand. Well, Hunter in 3rd grade is using his weak hand. I didn't even ask him.
Right.
But that's this commitment to improve and be better. Like, he didn't care about winning. He wanted to get better. Right. And the great ones have that.
They do. There's something. I know people say it, but there's something. I know. All right. Anything else, Coach?
No, I think that's it. Thanks.
That was great. Yep.
Hey, Coach, so glad you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. Actually, if you did, subscribe and like, and then go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better.